a different season than it was.
I'm pretty sure I just saw it like a couple weeks ago. Who knows?
Alright, so. Okay, yeah, that's just blue white. There's no way Esper plays Condemn. Also, that's just a negate. I'm surprised that's not a Devin's veto. That's interesting.
Yeah.
In case there's a reason for that, or if he just doesn't have vetoes.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like actually no reason.
Well, you can cast negate off a Field of Ruin plus Island, right?
That's why there's like the small hesitation. But other than that, it's
like there's technically a reason, but I don't think
sure,
I don't think it's a
turn he's
good
gonna
enough
be
reason.
able to do it.
I don't think it's a good enough reason. Maybe if you're like overloading on colorless lands, it can matter.
All right, so in your
I just
point
don't
of
think it
view-
matters enough.
Your point of view, are you holding up negate here, or are you playing Serendipity?
I don't care about holding negate right now.
Okay, that's fair.
I have a Field of Ruin in hand anyway, so assembling Tron's gonna be kind of hard for him. I can stall him for at least a turn, and then negate counters everything that matters except for Ulamog.
Sure.
Which, if you cast an Ulamog fast enough, you can't do anything about it anyway.
Right. Yeah, you just kind of lose. He's got that, but he doesn't have vetoes. Veto's got to be in the deck, right?
I'm not sure. We'll see. There's a very real
Or
chance.
maybe he's like on your side where it's a sideboard.
Well, he might just think that the double colored mana matters a lot in a deck that has this many colorless sources, and he might be right. I'm not sure. I haven't tested extensively.
Yeah.
We'll see. I might ask him.
Some good thought process.
So this Field of Ruin makes actually getting Tron online not happening right now.
I don't leave home without them these days.
And oh,
Can I look at your hand before I decide?
Connor played that's interesting.
What?
He played out the Tron pieces in the correct order. Right, because this way he gets to search for. He already has all three pieces.
Yeah. See, this is terrible.
I mean, new.
Oh,
Ugin?
he's playing the new Ugin?
What does a new Ugin do?
So, his static is colorless spells that you cast are 2 less. His +1 is exile the top card of your library, look at it, and create a 2/2 token
Yeah, and then when
When
it dies, you get that card back.
when it leaves the battlefield.
Right.
Which
Right.
is
Yeah.
nice.
Okay. So yeah.
And then destroy target permanent that's 1 or more colors. Classic Ugin ability right there.
This seems pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I almost want to throw it into my Grixis, but I'm just like...
6 is a large.
Yeah, I know.
The plus is like also not really that much better than Teferi's plus.
So
It like might not even be better.
So you got to think about this, though, right? You're also putting a body on the field, and then you're also like, do I really want him to have another card in his hand? So you're basically just drawing more cards.
Right.
You're laying more cards in your hand.
Yeah, but the ability is like at least comparable to Teferi's, and Teferi has an ultimate, which matters a lot.
Yeah, but you're also putting an actual clock on the board, on the battlefield.
Yeah, Teferi plusing puts the clock on the board. I don't think Ugin's good enough in decks
What?
without Tron. Teferi plusing. You
How
eventually
does that
ultimate.
how does that put any...
You ultimate, exile all of their permanents, and then you ultimate and they concede is what actually happens. Or you ultimate, exile all of their permanents, and then kill them with something
See,
else.
with Nicobolas, you just plus and you're exiling your stuff. Already.
Okay.
Boom!
I'm not disagreeing with you that Nicol Bolas is a sweet card.
Alright, cool.
I preferred when Tron played 2 colors and only had like 2 or 3 basics instead of being able to find off of every single Field of Ruin.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel great.
Yeah, like I actually like looked at a Tron list. Who was it? Jim Davis. I was looking at his list. I'm like, he's got 5 forests. So even if he had all of his Tron pieces destroyed, he can still hardcast his sideboard. That's disgusting.
Yeah, they can search off of every single Field of Ruin and also a Path to Exile.
Yeah.
It's like kind of insane.
Yeah, it's good. Not gonna lie,
Play Relic of Generous.
deck is just good.
He does use the mana. Okay, sure. So I guess that means he's not expecting a surgical in the main deck. So I don't actually know what Jason has in hand right now. I don't think there's any. Oh, there's a Cryptic Command. I'm just wrong. So I might have. might have fielded him off of Tron right then instead of passing.
I don't know. How much are you valuing Cryptic right now?
Almost none. You don't care about this at all. This just gives you time to activate your Field of Ruin without getting punished. You 100% let this resolve. I don't think it's even really a question.
Condemn it.
Yeah, Condemn can answer it later. You don't actually. I don't think you really care. Sylvan Scrying, sure, that, whatever. I'm curious what this finds, because he can't preemptively find the correct redundant Tron piece. Okay, it does just find a Tron piece.
Yeah, I don't think.
So Jason can still destroy the tower, maybe?
Probably power plant.
Whatever he destroyed.
Yeah.
Whatever he destroyed last time, I assume he destroys again. Unless that's what Connor just searched for. In which case
you know what? That's some high IQ plays.
In which case, I guess you destroy the other 2 mana Tron land.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whoa.
What, destroying tower?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty marginal. It doesn't really matter. Tower is a card that he doesn't have in hand.
I mean, sure. The little bit of benefit that you're getting from that extra 3 mana is
Like I did that
most of the time irrelevant, but still, like it could.
now that they're like 20.
Well, no, he can't reassemble Tron next turn anyway. So, like,
You don't know that.
okay, so if you fielded the other one, you wouldn't know that either.
Sure.
Right, so you're fielding, presumably you're fielding a Tron piece that you don't know he has in hand. Or that you know he, yeah.
Vendilion.
Okay, so this Vidilic is actually really good, because it means that he can actually start doing things.
My God.
None of those are castable right now. There's some chance you take nothing. There's also a chance you take Ancient Strings or
Yeah.
Ballista.
I'm on board with the Ballista, but yeah, that ancient.
This Ancient Strings is rough too.
That green demonic tutor.
Yeah.
You know.
Actually, okay, we have Cryptic Command in hand. I'm just dumb. Okay, I like taking the Ballista, now that I think about it. That was Worm. Okay, there is a Wormcoil Engine in play. I thought he accidentally picked it up. Okay. 3.
Boom, got him.
Yeah. So now Blue-White actually having a clock in play is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Land for turn. These Cryptic Commands are really good.
Maybe I do need to run a V-Click and.
Vendilion Click's a very good
I
card.
agree. Damn it!
Yeah, this is an easy
Condemn it to hell!
Your opponent goes to 23,
That's
which
fine.
means this Vendilion is now an 8-turn clock instead of a 7-turn clock. Or a 6-turn clock. But whatever. Oh, that's an O-Stone. I'm curious if we care about an O-Stone at all. Like, if he casts it, do we even counter it? I don't think we care enough. I guess I would opt in response to see what I see.
Field of Ruin.
Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin is an incredibly good card. It's also like kind of subtle how powerful
I just
it is.
wish it was like a little faster, just so like even if you're on the draw against Tron.
Yeah, if it was 1 tap sack.
But then I think
Then it would be
might
insane.
Too strong, yeah.
It's like so much better than Tech Edge. And Tech Edge is like borderline playable.
Yeah.
I think at that point it'd be like close to Wasteland power level. I think the 2 mana matters a lot.
I don't think it's Wasteland worthy because like you're
Well-
just completely destroying their card.
If it's 1 tap sacrifice, then you're down 1 mana on the sequence.
Sure.
Because you're tapping 2 lands and getting an untapped land. Where with Wasteland, you're also down 1 mana on the sequence. You just don't get to do it on turn 1. You have to wait till turn 2. You and your opponent both got the card back, but I think then it gets dangerously close to being like
I mean, I'll
Wasteland
agree
powerful.
that it would be. I mean, it's already a hell of a card, but it'd be one hell.
Actually, never mind. So the problem with Wasteland is that your opponent doesn't get the land back, so I'm just wrong. Because it giving your opponent the land back it means they still get to play Magic.
Yeah, and you're
So-
also getting land.
Never mind.
Yeah, Wasteland's just like.
Yeah, Wasteland's just gross.
I don't know.
Field.
You ever played with it?
I don't want to.
Pretty great.
Wasteland is another reason I'm not terribly interested in Legacy.
Come on. So are you telling me I should have pulled out my playset of Wastelands right now?
I don't want to see it. Okay, so part of the reason I want to play Miracles if I play Legacy is because that deck can play just like 8 basics and 1 dual land
Well, yeah.
and never get Wastelanded ever.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
Yeah.
No, I think the printing of Field of Ruin turned this matchup from somewhat bad to somewhat good. Or from like very bad to somewhat favored.
I don't know. I think it doesn't actually matter because you can, in fact, just Ghost Quarter earlier.
At least 3
That's-
Ghost Quarter putting you down a land's kind of a big deal. You can
Yes.
Field of Ruin turn 3 into hold out crit command on turn
You know
4,
what's great
which matters quite a bit. I'll place it at Wasteland.
Place it at Wastelands.
Alright, well, he's getting torn.
Whoa there, Chief!
I don't think I've ever actually held a Wasteland physically.
Do you wanna
No, that's a
hold-
lie, I have.
Do you want to hold an Underground Sea?
Sure.
I'll let you do that just for you.
Why do you have... What is this deck? Is this Shadow?
Yeah.
Shadow plays Nemesis? Oh, of course Shadow plays Nemesis.
It's usually sideboard. I have it made.
Fair.
There's an Underground Sea for you. Hold that bad boy.
Whiteboarded?
Yeah. I'm sorry. This was the only one I could find.
That's fair. So... Oh, Connor's just naturally on 6 lands.
Naturally.
So, like, what fielding your opponent off of Tron...
It just slows them down.
Yeah, but
it
like...
just slows them down.
So they'll usually get there anyway, but what it actually does is it makes it so that Ulamog is very close to just entirely uncastable. Because the deck has, like, what, 18 lands or something? Maybe 19?
19 to 20.
Yeah. So it makes it actual difficult for them to ever cast Ulamog, and Ulamog is a card you're really worried about, because everything else just trades poorly against counterspells. And if you have pressure backing up
Have you ever held
your
Force of Will?
counterspells... Force of Will? No.
There you go, baby. There's
Oh.
there's the fourth one.
Yeah, I held a Force of Will. Right, it's this Vendilion click, this clock backing up the...
You're also missing like a bunch of the deck right there because
I
I
know.
have a lot of it in Grixis control.
Really?
Yeah. The lands.
Ah, right. The fetches, mostly. And the water graves, I guess.
Water Graves, the pushes. I do need to take 2 thoughts as there for sideboard.
Oh, he can... Oh, that's kind of funny. He can charge the, Well, this also kills his click.
Yeah. Awkward.
If you can, like... that feels pretty bad. So it's pretty hard to do this. I guess he can blow up
No.
both of them end
Jace-
steps so that he can resolve Jace.
Jace, bounce the Vendilion Click.
You cannot afford to go down that much mana this turn.
You
Your
can't-
opponent's just on 7.
You can.
They have a Karn in hand.
He has a Logic Knock backup.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, but you then need to also activate the
Oh yeah.
explosion
That-
sensor. Jace
That's
doesn't
why I
just
was
die.
bouncing the. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I was like, that's also.
No, it's
why-
fine. We can hold up 3.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is this Tron assembled? I actually don't know. I think
I don't believe so.
Connor Sloan intentionally plays with mismatched Tron pieces,
Yeah, he does.
which I don't understand, but whatever. Okay,
Pop
it's not
it,
Tron.
Yeah, sure, whatever. End step, charge it. A hell of a lot.
We're in Jason's main phase right now.
No, we're not. Yeah, you're right.
So we can Jace holding up Cryptic, which is pretty good. Are we Fate Sailing or Brainstorming here? It's like not obvious.
Brainstorm. He's already got too many threats.
Well, Fate Seal. What happens if he assembles Tron? He'll have 2, 4, 6, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He'll have enough mana to cast 2 threats.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, because I can pretty much guarantee that.
Well, if he
So, like-
if he assembles Tron, then you're. If Connor assembles Tron this turn, I think he then gets to cast both Planeswalkers in the same turn. You can only counter 1. Where if you Fate Seal and that keeps him off of Tron, then that doesn't happen. Oh, this Urza's Factory is kind of funny. That card's like a little bit hard to deal with. Urza's Factory is a card that I haven't seen in very many Tron lists, and Connor's been playing it for as long as I've been aware of him playing the deck.
Yeah, he's kind of just always been playing it.
But
All right, now Jason's got to feel somewhat good with untapping
Yeah.
with a Jace.
Urza's Factory is for some reason not common in the deck. I think it's very good. I'm kind of surprised it's
You
not
know
more.
what? As much as I bash on Tron, I played a bunch of it on. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Take
Steal your Legacy deck. it's
take
fine.
my legacy deck. No big deal, dude.
You played a bunch of it in when?
During on MTGO, and
Yeah.
I played. I was like, you know what? Let's play some Spice. Let's do the Urza's Factory or whatever. And
I think Urza's Factory is incredible.
it's just I don't know. It's so mediocre, I feel.
I mean, it's slow, but it's a threat that you can tutor off of your
Right, right,
maps and
right.
stuff. In games against control decks,
No, that's
if you get to a
fine.
point where nothing's happening, it
I'm
seems
just
really
like
good.
the amount of experience that I have, which is not near enough next to Connor, but
Yeah.
just from what I've experienced, it's just very. It's not underwhelming, just mediocre.
Well, what's it replace? I imagine it's not replacing
forest.
anything hugely important. Yeah, fine.
A forest or.
He still has 5 of them. No, we're surgical in the Tron piece.
So then
He does have a surgical in the main. That's interesting. So Tron's never getting us something. Or did we? We still surgical to Tron piece.
Yeah, this is just the
He could have surgical Karn or Ugin.
blue white list, the self-auto, and
I might have been in favor of doing that.
And this is where he's like,
Yeah,
"Why,
I don't
why
know
are
all
you
of these
like
arts.
this?
Right. Okay.
Why,
Fine.
why are you like? Can I have my Legacy deck back? Shuffle
thing,
your
buddy.
own deck."
I don't have it. Someone's borrowing it right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I might have actually surgical Ugin instead of the Tron piece. I'm not sure. I don't know that
That's
we're
so
terribly
tough
scared.
right now.
I mean, your opponent's getting to the point where they can even hardcast Ulamog. Right, they're 1 land short of doing that right now.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Drop that land and then just
They
top
have
deck the Ugin. No stone?
If you
That's
cast
pretty-
this, you can just counter it and not need to think about it.
That's so rough though.
I mean, you have to counter it. This Jace matters too much.
Yeah. No, just blasting station it. Or why can I never remember the name?
Blast zone? What's it?
Yes.
What is it called?
Blast. I think it is blast zone. Yeah,
I feel like
blast zone.
Is it actually? Okay.
Yeah.
Ball. Okay. This is actually hard. I don't. Ugh. Because that feels terrible.
Yeah, that's.
I think I would have countered it, and then just hoped to find a counter spell. There's some chance that there's a very real chance that this is the play you're supposed to make, but I think I would have countered.
So is there a
I
reason
personally
we're
would've
keeping
countered.
this on 3?
Um,
Just blast zone. I think we need
see.
to bump it up to like 6, 7, or 8. Honestly.
we can start taking towards 7 right now. I think that's what he's doing. One,
So
two, 1, 2.
counters.
So that's 3 counters. So he put it to 6.
Okay.
I think he wants to eventually put it to 7 and kill, whatever it's called, Karn. Or just counter whatever planeswalker you cast this turn and then take it to the CMC of the other one.
Yeah.
I think is the plan here. Okay, so this Snapcaster Mage is pretty good, but
That's very good. What do you draw?
this his own
He-
blast zone.
His own.
dude, it's crazy.
This
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
this
all
Urza's
this
Factor is
stuff.
kind of obnoxious though. It means that the Snapcaster Mage isn't gonna be able to kill your opponent. You need Colonnade and Planeswalkers. So counter this, take blast zone to 8.
I don't know. I can see an argument for keeping it at 7 just because of the amount of Karns there are.
There's an Ugin in hand.
Correct. That's his only other Ugin.
Yeah, but the taking blast zone to 8 locks this Ugin out, basically for the rest of the game.
Oh, here's what he's gonna do.
Snap cryptic counterbound snap. I really hope he bounces snap. Yeah,
Okay.
nice.
All right.
That's a play that I really like seeing. in
Yeah,
general.
because now what he's gonna do, he's gonna
Well,
snap,
he should
snap surgical
he should at
card.
least take to 7.
No, he's not gonna snap surgical card.
I don't think you need to. I mean, you can surgical the Ugin if you want. That's the same as snap counter spelling it later. So that it gets a snap in play, which isn't incredibly valuable. I don't know. Now this is kind of hard because he's pretty limited on how much counter magic he has available.
What's that white card in Jason's hand?
Oust, Supreme
Was
Verdict.
that Oust?
There's an Oust and a Supreme Verdict.
Oh, that's an
Oust, Supreme Verdict,
That's
Path, Logic, not
That's just
Snapcaster
not
Mage.
the art I'm used to. Oh my god. See, I told you. Should have snapped surgical.
You can let this resolve. You can just kill Blassa. I don't think it matters that much. I think maybe you counter it just cause, but
I mean, you're losing a Celestial Colonnade.
okay.
I mean, I'm just saying that's what you're losing.
The Colonnade dies to Ghost Quarter anyway. I'm not incredibly worried about it. Right, I think you let this resolve so that you get value out of your blast zone at some point.
I don't.
Although maybe this is right. Yeah, he can in response activate blast zone to kill Karn.
Okay, so he's locking Eugene out.
He's putting it to 8. Well, this Ghost Quarter can force the Ugin through the blast zone.
We both know why I'm holding this ghost quarter.
I'm kind of surprised he hasn't. I guess he's keeping the Ghost Quarter in place so that he can draw to Ugin or Ulamog. But I don't know. I'm a little bit surprised he hasn't been.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
Jason has played this game very well.
Yeah.
I feel. Yeah,
1,
Ghost
2,
Quarter.
3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So he has 9 lands in play, which means that top deck Ulamog's not castable. Yeah, he should have. He should still have at least 1 plains and 2 islands left, I think.
Deck's running thin though.
Maybe only 1 plains and 1 island. Second colony's pretty good here. So Snapcaster does 2. Ulamog off the top. 9 lands.
Yeah.
That Ghost Quarter actually took him off at the 10th.
And then here's Connor.
Can even if he casts Ulamog, though, you can sort of absorb the. Like, you can kind of deal with the 2 exiles.
Yeah. For the most part. I mean, at this stage game, yeah. If it was
There's
like-
enough stuff in play that it's
Yeah.
like he'll kill your 2 threats and then he'll be out in Ulamog.
I don't know. I think it'd be kill Colonnade and.
Is that the Colonnade and Snapper Colonnade and Blast Zone? I guess it's Colonnade.
Yeah,
and
it'd be
Blast
Colonnade and
Zone.
Blast Zone. That's what I would choose.
Sure.
here.
Yeah. Okay, that's reasonable. 3, 4, 5. This Colonnade's in the game fairly quickly though. There's
It
no Ghost Quarter in
has
play.
yet to hit once.
Right. Is Connor at 14 still, or is he at 12 now? I thought he got hit by a snap last turn. Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Sorry. Yes. Take 4.
No, I think he's holding it back because of the worker.
Yeah, he's definitely holding back the snap because of the worker.
So yes.
I don't understand why you wouldn't. Why didn't he make an assembly worker? You just forget there's a factory in play, maybe? I can't think of another reason.
Oh, no! Wasn't that the turn that he took the blast zone? I don't know.
Connor didn't. Connor just let 9 mana go. He didn't do anything with it. I'm surprised he didn't make a factory worker. I'm not sure if there was a reason or if he just forgot that he had a factory in play. You're pathing this, and this gives your opponent Ulamog mana, which. Or is he out of
does
basics?
it? Yeah, I don't know how many basics he runs.
Really?
He is running Guru for us,
I'm
so
kinda
he might be
surprised he's
doing
out.
it just for the price.
I'm kind of surprised he's out of basics. I thought he'd have at least 1 more.
He sacrifices them with Blast Zone and the Urza's Factory.
Okay, well, he's just dead to this colony next turn if he can't cast Ulamog. I don't think
So I think
anything
he's
else
like
can stop it.
actually out of lands. No, that's not right. Is it right?
Well, no, redundant Tron pieces of whatever of the ones already in play. He hasn't gone through all 4
Right.
towers. So that was interesting. I think I would have played the game slightly differently from Jason.
And you're playing
Uh,
it slightly different would have lost you the game.
It might have. The big difference, I think, is that I would have fought over keeping the Jason play, which might not be right. It might depend on how many counter spells you actually have in your deck at that point. Because if you counter to protect your JC, you basically need to find a counter spell in the next 4. Actually, that is really scary.
My
A
last
counter spell
name
or a
doesn't have a
Snapcaster
D in it,
Mage.
by the way. So fix that.
I don't know, actually. It's close. Maybe he was right.
What are you pondering on?
Whether or not I would have fought back over the Jace. Right, because he let a Jace go to an Oblivion Stone. And I think I personally would have fought over it, but there's a very real chance that that would have been wrong. It probably depends on
Yeah,
how
'cause
many
I
counter spells
think-
are in the deck. Right, you need to find Cryptic Command, Logic Knot, Negate, or Snapcaster Mage in the next 4 cards, and that's a total of about 10, maybe 11. So I think you're slightly favored to hit, but maybe not by enough for it to be worth getting rid of your only counterspell.
What's Connor's shirt say?
Black Mesa. I think it's a reference to Portal or something.
Half-Life?
Half-Life, yeah. That universe or that company. whatever they're called.
Val?
Sure.
Do you play video games?
No, I don't.
What do you do? What do you do in your spare time? Okay, never mind. I know the answer.
I don't.
Can I answer it?
I play what?
College.
Yeah, I play Magic. I play Magic and I go to school.
You're not playing Magic right now? Got
It's
him.
about as close as I get to playing Magic these days.
That's fair.
Right, so I guess I can go over the giveaway again. We're giving away a Phantasmal image from Modern Masters 2013. Entry costs 25 points to get a ticket. There's no limit on how many tickets an individual person can have. Giveaway ends Tuesday, May 7th, 10 p.m. So that's just during Tuesday Night Modern, the next Tuesday Night Modern. Type exclamation mark points to see the number of points you have. Exclamation mark enter to enter for one ticket. Exclamation mark enter space some number to enter for that number of tickets. And exclamation mark giveaways should have a link to information about the giveaway.
How many
The
points
point
does
system-
these have?
The point system, if you subscribe, how do you gain points? If you subscribe, you gain 500 points immediately. If you follow, you gain 50 points immediately. If you cheer bits, you get a point for every bit that you cheer. And if you're just sitting in the stream watching, you get 5 points for every 10 minutes you watch. Unless you're a subscriber, in which case you instead get 10 points for every 10 minutes you watch. So subscribing gives you the 500 points up front, and then it also makes your watching time more valuable in terms of points. So if you have a Prime sub, consider using it here. And then if you don't have a Prime sub, consider subscribing anyway.
I mean, that'd be great if you like
That
our
would be cool,
content.
yeah.
You know, we're trying to branch out. You know, do some more stuff. Oh, also, every other Monday starting the 13th, we got Legacy.
Is it every other Monday? I thought it was every Monday.
No, it's every other.
Cool.
Because-
Is that going to be streamed?
I believe so.
Okay.
I hope so.
I wasn't sure. I hope so too. I think
I-
streaming Legacy is a good niche for us to get into because that's
Uh,
Legacy's not a very common paper format, so I think it would be pretty
I
cool.
wish it was.
I wish proxies were a more common thing in general, so that
well,
more people could actually play Eternal
The
formats.
thing is with the proxies is Wizards won't. So they can't.
Yeah, Wizards doesn't sanction proxy tournaments, right?
So you can't really. There's no beneficial factor to it.
Right. Well, I mean, except that you can stream it.
Well, yeah, but
Sure.
it kind of just like
I don't know. I just kind of wish Wizards would let people play proxies so that people could actually play Eternal,
I
because people
wish-
do actually like Legacy. It's
I
just, like,
thoroughly enjoy it.
Very, very hard to get into Legacy.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
So if the barrier to entry was lowered, I think the format would be even more popular.
I just got me a goldfish. Huh?
Nothing ever. Because it must 3 days.
Good stuff.
Right.
Oh, that was closed.
Then I get
Oh, got him. Has what?
Geist.
I don't know.
Geist is kind of a huge deal in this matchup if you have it.
Connor did not look happy after that match.
For that game?
Yeah.
I mean, he was like pretty. I think he was somewhat behind the whole time. Like
No,
he had
his
outs
stuff
from,
the entire time.
yeah, but
just-
Jason had answers the entire time, and
Well,
he
sure.
didn't just get. He didn't get troned out. He didn't just. He scried it. Come on. Oh, did he scry at the bottom? What a guy. Unbelievable.
All right, turn 3 Tron. Woo!
Against turn 2 disdainful strike, I guess.
Yeah,
Plus
that's
2 to
fine.
it. I mean, you could take him off of Tron, which is like nice, but quite possibly not good enough. Yeah, if he do we? I didn't see Redundant Land. If he has them,
Yeah, he's
okay.
got
So if
power
you pick the
plant.
wrong one, then what a guy. This is not doing anything.
You're supposed to pass priority after each cast, sir.
I don't think Jason would have countered any of them even if he could have.
No.
So this relic stops surgical from working. Because he can just target himself with the tap ability and exile surgical extraction. This map does make it so that he can't actually be taken off of Tron this turn though. Which is a little annoying. You can probably guess that Connor doesn't have a threat in hand. He does have ways to dig for it. With the Ancient Stirrings and the Chromatic Sphere. And even the Relic. Yeah, well it's like, what, 2 cantrips in play, and then also the Ancient Stirrings. So he gets to see 8 cards between. Okay, that's a lot of cards actually. now that I think about
Yeah.
it. I guess the 8
Yeah,
cards
he's got
between
the
right
green
now and his
demonic
draw- and the
tutor
end
in
of his
hand,
draw
dude.
step.
Whatever he wants, he just grabs.
Well, okay. Well, that's just called your draw step.
Fair.
Tron players just DT every turn. They just always have it.
Never not have it.
Why would they ever not have it?
Who are you rooting for? Chat. Oh. I'm on blue-white.
Do you really want that path? That's interesting. I'm not sure.
One coil is
I
a
would-
hell of a threat.
I mean, it is, but does Tron? I would assume Tron sides us on Reform Coils in this matchup because it's just not good. Maybe I'm wrong. It's green, ancient strings. Let's just hope he misses. 3, 4, 5.
Oh my god. Oh, okay.
Okay, fine. Well, that's answerable. Right, we have a Disdainful Stroke in hand. So you can answer that, and then we start holding our Cryptic Command next turn, because I believe he left a blue source on top.
That disdainful stroke art is.
That is a really nice
Fire.
art. It also reminds me of the original Remand art, which I like quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
The guy like looks similar, and the spell scroll is kind of different, but I think it
Same
looks cool.
concept.
Sure. No, I'm pretty sure he went top. Fetch land above Path to Exile, I think is what happened. Right. That's kind of strange. I think you can afford to give up one of these relics. You don't actually need to protect from double surgical right now. It's a little annoying. Makes the stack caster age a lot worse.
Yeah. Like, it really sucks that Connor's just like not finding any kind of threat.
Yeah.
You're just letting the control player just like run away with this game now.
I mean, not really. Like, Jason's not really doing anything with the time he's been given.
Right.
Like, he can't actually take Connor off of Tron. He might cast it to Fairy. Well, Connor can get it back, though. Easily. You're right, aren't you? Right, okay. But, like,
Oh.
he can't actually...
Don't question Robert about his cryptic bouncing lands.
He can't do anything, though. Cryptic Bounce and Colonnade's a classic line, but, like, he can't do anything with it. Right? Like, he can take him off of Tron for a turn and also tap himself out. If he could play Teferi while also having Connor off of Tron for that turn, I think that would be him, like, actually turning the corner, but... Or maybe not turning the corner, but, like, pulling pretty far ahead. Would you look at that? He drew another cryptic.
Usually it was
So
3
now that it
Jace,
owns a
2
new Teferi.
Teferis. Wasn't it 2 Jace, 3 Teferis?
The most common split was 2 Jace, or 2 Teferi, 3 Jace. I don't actually know. They might not even necessarily be replacing the Planeswalkers. Like, they could be replacing other cards in the deck, like Search for Scanta. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Let's see. What are cards in the deck that you can actually cut for the new Planeswalkers? I guess you could... Wall of Omens, okay. Wall of Omens isn't in most of the decks, though. I'm trying to figure out, like, out of my deck. I guess I would just cut one of my cantrips and one of my random flex slots. Sure. But yeah, there's room in the deck. Blue-White has enough flex slots that you can generally find room for whatever you're doing. I'm not sure what specifically you would cut.
Man.
I don't know.
Did you find
I don't
any
think
more
Jason
mana?
has the new Teferi in his deck. What, new Teferi? No, new Teferi is brutal. Yeah, I saw that. New Teferi was like the only thing that let him actually like do anything. I didn't see anyone on the Neoform Grizzlebrand deck. No one's
Yeah,
playing
I
it.
don't think.
Some lists on 2 Jace, 2 big Teferi, 1 small Teferi. Yeah, that seems like a fine starting place. There's some chance that small Teferi is a sideboard card more so than a main deck card, but I'm not sure. Hold priority fetch. What a guy.
No effective difference between the two against marauding.
Well, The normal line is fetch and then cast Serum Visions, not Serum Visions hold priority fetch, which is what he just did.
Well, I mean, in multiple systems.
No, I know. I've played Serum Visions enough times.
One time I had easy and lower.
You were thinking what? That you would just... Oh, that split? The 2-2-1 split? Yeah, that's probably reasonable. Keep it as a sideboard card against other control. That's what I was thinking. It might be...
hey.
Might be main deck playable just because the -3 is, like, fine in a lot of matchups.
Dovin's veto. Let's go.
Yeah, I like keeping Dovin's veto, obviously. These cryptic commands can do a lot unless... The thing is that if Connor finds Ulamog, it's like... feels pretty bad. Right, Ulamog is always the scary thing here. Ulamog takes her off of 2 lands and puts it onto 3 lands. But why are you so much better at this than I am? What is that? I always forget that Cryptic can bounce.
I'm pretty sure he's been playing
for a million years.
Since the game's come out.
Well, then he can also. He could just find a second Ulamog.
I
then.
wish I could see lines like you. So much. Yeah, you. Why?
The thing is that even if he does that
Okay.
Cryptic command thing, he can just find second Ulamog with the Sanctum of Vugan. Oh, this is, okay, whatever. This got a lot better. Good answer versus Coca, Spellqueller. Sure, so the quicken ability can matter. What? Yeah, you can bounce it in response. In response, yeah, sure. So now, now we have everything covered, and we can't possibly lose the game. Right. Dugan's whatever. So this is... Oh, look, an Ulamog. No, Karn, what? Is there no Tron? Oh my goodness. There's no tower.
Oh yeah, there's no tower.
Oh, this just got a lot. Never mind. This isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, this is fine. So... Yeah, in response, Field of Ruin, and then Cryptic counter draw against the Karn. Yeah, he's confirming with a judge that is how the interaction works, but I'm fairly certain it does. Because you have to... Yeah. Well, the phrasing that matters here is Sanctum Vugan, part of it is sacrifice Sanctum Vugan, and then if you do. So you have to actually sacrifice it, so if it's not in play when you try to sacrifice it, the rest of the ability doesn't go off. Better use of mana, similar to Jessica control instead of...
Meh.
Was Field
that's
wasn't
actually
already in play,
pretty-
was it? Right.
Yeah, this is his third.
Yeah, he's seen more than one Field Room in this game. I don't know. I feel like the quicken ability on Teferi is like kind of good, but not amazing.
Go to draw step, V-click this, right? 1, 2, 3. No, never mind.
I'll probably if I get my hands on it. If I like actually bother getting a Teferi, I'll definitely test it. But I'm not as excited for that card as some other people seem to be.
We should be able to tonight.
Right?
Yeah. Store
Should be
credit.
able to get some. Maybe. I think there were other things I wanted to pick up, like a non-foil Wrath of God. Because now all I have is a foil.
Rip.
And I don't play foils. So Connor's running pretty low on threats.
True. Are we gonna have a rematch of the century back
It's
here?
like once
Are we doing fisticuffs?
we
Let's
do
go.
have a cryptic command in hand, right? I'm not just wrong about that.
Yeah, we do. And just think, that's gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, we snap cryptic games. Got a pre-release to fair and part of my 2 events. Dude, nice. Is he counter bouncing snap or counter draw? No, counter draw. Okay, sure.
Why did both cryptics get exiled? What am I missing?
Be quieter.
Hush, child.
Yeah, so Jason, I think, is pretty far ahead.
Well, yeah. Like,
Connor's just not
Connor
doing
just
anything at
never
all.
had a threat till turn, like, what,
That was a
5?
Vindic.
Yep.
Oh, this is still game 2. I didn't even realize that. Didn't Jason Mulligan go like... Did Jason Mulligan a 5 or 6? I don't remember.
I think it was 5.
6? Okay.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. There's this factory...
Which is hilarious because he had it last game
And just didn't activate it?
actually never activated it.
There's a spot where he just like floated 9 mana. Like, he just didn't spend 9 mana. Then he could have activated factory and I was confused. So, I mean, this O-Stone answers both of these, which I don't think we feel great about. Well, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're definitely right. He just... So, then Teferi
tap your
Teferi
fifth
lets you
mana.
leave up 4.
And tip your 5th mana.
It does cost 5.
It does cost 5. No.
No. He keeps not having Tron. I mean... Yeah, it does matter.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
what are we missing something here? Because I don't...
Okay, it looks
Why-
like he has Tron. Okay, I'm kind
why-
of confused.
No. Yeah, okay, he does.
I mean,
Then why did he tap...
okay.
Why did he tap it?
Then
so-
he way over tapped for activating the S-turn. Okay, then that's fine. I just... Okay, then this is fine. There's nothing wrong with this.
That's not my fault.
A million, all of them.
I think it's just the 3.
Ghost Quarter,
Yeah, Ghost Quarter,
Factory, Blast Zone.
Zone.
Yeah, he has Tron. Wait,
You know, you can yell at Luke for that. He kicked it over and never picked it up. Well, yeah.
yeah, there are a lot of these.
Anyway. That's silly. Why did he tap so much?
It doesn't really matter.
What was that in his hand?
Negate,
Oh.
the Jace. Yeah.
Okay. Like, the... No, he is. He's got one.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I saw the negate last game.
Yeah.
And I was wondering... Well, I don't know. There are colorless lands. Maybe it matters sometimes. No, I'm aware. I don't think it matters either. I also played blue-white. It's just that maybe that's the rationale. That's at least a kind of understandable rationale. There's also some fans. There's just no reason. Okay, so this is...
Taking it up to...
Yeah.
Taking it up to 5. Let's go.
It's really not clear. Yep. Someone's crank finds nothing anymore. I guess I can get Ghost Quarter to stop this Colonnade from mattering. Jace Fate's pretty
I
good.
think Jace...
Is it? Oh, that is a Ghost Quarter. So does this get anything? It's just another Tron piece.
Yeah, just more lands.
Is there Horizon Canopy in the deck? Okay, it doesn't look like there's Horizon Canopy in the deck anymore.
No.
So I guess we probably just keep Fate Staying with Jace.
That's where I'm at.
Actually, these factory assembly workers are kind of annoying. You? Condemn?
He is at 12.
You don't even need to condemn, I'm just dumb. You don't. It does not kill tokens.
Play a card that says remove counters. Oh no. Oh no.
Vampire Hexmage, so that we can use Blast Zone to kill tokens. Sure. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be gaining some life.
It's there
here.
for Stony Silence, presumably. We haven't seen Stony
Yeah.
Silence, but there's no way it's not in his deck. Yeah. He didn't bring it in. Interesting. I haven't thought about that. That might be right.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. I just haven't thought about it. I would still bring it in, but maybe there's some merit to not. Yeah. Well, yeah, it makes it so they have a lot fewer like cantrips and redraws once both of you run out of stuff. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
6 is not very much. No, he has so many removal spells in hand. He can de-sphere both of these assembly workers and then start doing stuff. 1, 2, 3, so it's up to 6. Yeah, I mean that's pretty reasonable, I think. So this Jace Fate Seal does actually outrace the assembly workers because of the million removal spells Jason Morgan has in hand. Is there?
Oh, yeah,
They
they
are
are.
Thinking. Yeah, it's whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. Well, the thing is that it doesn't instantly die when Jace ultimates. Right? He does have 3 removal spells in hand. He's a pretty sick.
What are we, Ghost Quarter?
He's ghost courting to kill the Fate Seal.
Oh. I guess.
Neither of those is really doing anything else right now. Well, there's some chance Jason could be attacking with Colonnade. I'm kind of surprised he's not attacking with Colonnade. I guess the Ghost Quarter was in play. Yeah, Urza's Factory, it's like 7 generic mana and tap, put a 2/2 Assembly Worker Artifact Creature token into play.
God, this kind of feels bad. Yeah.
Pathing? Yeah, spending cards on Assembly Worker tokens probably doesn't feel great. Right. Hey, look, Ulamog. Okay. So those get exiled, you path it? And then I guess you start attacking with Colonnade? Or do you just play Jace again?
Why not both?
Do we have 9 mana?
I think we have just enough. Although.
Okay,
no,
so this
we
veto
don't.
means it probably hold it. Just Jace?
Yeah.
Sure. I guess the Colonnades are not very fast.
Yeah, we're fate sailing here, boys.
Well, answering the 2/2s matters again.
We're also Jason Morgan, so we're gonna go to turn, so we have to make sure that we actually win the game.
No, he's up a game. If we go to turns, he wins. I wouldn't recommend intentionally going to turns, because that seems kind of unethical, but he would win. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Colonnade's there to protect Jace. Sylvan's crying. He keeps not drawing anything. We did it. Block. Except that he doesn't have a card?
If he ever drew one.
Yeah, it's a Sylvan's crying.
No, you're
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah. I mean,
you're right, but I mean,
think that was questionable
if-
for
if-
that reason.
That's tough.
There are only so many times you can say it's just 2 before you end up dying, though.
Yeah, it's just 2. Yeah, it's just 2. Yeah, you're negative 5 life. Shit.
Nice save. Yeah. So the blocking with Colonnade is now pretty safe. Hey, look, you didn't draw anything again. Block.
Yeah,
I don't even know why you attacked there.
I'd like to block
That
this.
attack seemed completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
He didn't take the blast on to 7. He forgot. No. Jason, why?
Every single card left in my
What?
deck.
No, the blast zone. It being on 6 like doesn't matter at all. Make this a worker.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever. On 7 it
we
would blow
gotta
up a card.
negate.
Yeah,
That's fine. Dude, easy trades. Let's go.
easy game, easy life.
Yeah.
Is he gonna attack the assembly worker again? Making plays that I don't understand. No, okay.
See ya.
So I think while we're plussing this Jace, we probably leave everything except Ulamog, is my assumption. Oh, this field run's amazing. Okay. Now this, whatever this thing's called, isn't really doing much anymore either.
Yeah. Play the Teferi. Yeah.
Sloan's deck has to be almost entirely threats now. Like
yeah.
there can't be that much else.
Yeah, you'd have to be right. Oh,
I
please.
think he's had it in play against me post-board before. Yeah, I don't know how frequently he
Okay, is there
messes
a
with
reason
his
you're
list.
not just jamming this Teferi?
so that you can block.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Block.
Shut up.
So playing crack, draw.
Thought not seer.
Hey, that resolves. It's kind of unfortunate. Path it, draw a card, another thought answer your trigger happens. Probably
you.
you take. I don't
It's
even.
not a 2-2.
Yeah, I don't even know. Sure. Block.
Thanks.
Go to 4. Yeah.
I'm not talented enough to do that. Yeah, but to make yeah, the amount of no skill that it takes, I'm below that.
He got rid of the veto, so you have to bottom the card. That doesn't feel great. Now you're in a significantly less secure spot. The veto is doing a lot of work. A little bit surprised he tapped the blast zone, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Plus, draw. Surgical extraction.
That's a hell of a draw.
I don't know how I feel about that, actually.
Yeah, no, that's not feeling good. Oh, is this a... Was that an Ulamog? Oh!
Awful. Feels awful.
Oh, we couldn't even surgical it.
Wait, no. What Jason can do, he can tuck the Teferi to turn Ulamog up.
When?
What?
Yeah, hold on.
Turn 6.
I assume this Ulamog's also exiling the Planeswalkers, right?
It's Jace and Colin.
Oh, Jace Colonnade? Yeah, okay, so we can answer Ceremony's Rejection, lol. So now we can just tuck the Assembly Worker, and then we probably don't die fast enough to not
I
win
don't
the match.
know. Alright. He's got 15 life to get to.
Well, like, what actually kills him? Oh. He's at 2. Yeah. I forgot that Dugan has... Okay, that's game.
Snap, so that's fine.
Do you snap Rejection or Relic? That doesn't even work. Or snap Cryptic. Snap Cryptic, counter, bounce my Snapcaster Mage on a Relic.
You knocked it over, pick it up. Yeah, you did.
Can we not be yelling right now, please? This is mildly questionable. Oh, okay. Well, I think I would have just minus the Teferi instead of drawing for Logic Nut anyway. You let that happen? Does it matter? I don't think that actually matters. I'll just let it happen. What? Yeah, I would not counter it. It does not matter. You also might not be able to, as it turns out, because he has, I don't know, on the order of 20 mana. Just don't. No, Jason. Jason, please. There's no reason to do this. Correct.
Well, technically he could cast.
Okay, it can go on
He
the stack,
dies-
and then
he
he
dies-
dies before anyone gets priority. So you can put it on the stack. No, that'd be so. Yeah, you just like let this happen. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, don't forget the detention.
Yeah, the D-Sphere is also dead.
Alright.
Alright, so we need to fade a top deck, and the top deck needs to be exactly Ulamog. And I don't know if...
Yeah, there's...
Or, no, I meant Ugin. I just don't know how to speak.
Theoretically, we could do some
Lol.
That sucks.
Path it. I mean, yeah, we have a Blast Zone, but who cares?
Just turn 4 homeboy.
We did it. So, Jason Morgan
My deck is literally
wins the match in time. Robert, don't be mean. Don't be mean.
oh, that would have
That
Alright.
was some magic.
So, yeah, that was
My goodness.
a pretty impressive match.
Dear Lord.
I think I like the way Jason played. Pretty much the whole time.
I don't know.
There's
It
only like
was-
one play
It
I
started being
argued
hard to
with.
pay attention halfway through.
Yeah,
But-
sometimes your focus just breaks.